Hey gang, in this episode we'll be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing some maintenance on Rosie the tractor. It was way more challenging than I thought it would be, and I have some other thoughts about this tractor after doing the maintenance on it. More negatives than I had when I did the review. So anyway, come along for the ride and we'll see how this day goes. Alright, today we've got a job that I don't really enjoy doing. Maintenance. Boring. I like creating things, but not maintaining things. Rosie has done 60 hours, which is 10 hours over what the book says for maintenance. I need to do a full fluid change, which is the hydrostatic, the front axle, the engine oil, all the filters. And shockingly, the oil alone was $400. This is our beloved Trudeau government with its environmental fees. Environmental fees. Maybe it's a fee that covers his private jet maintenance. That's probably what it is. That's where that money's going, most likely. But let's not talk too much about that. Shocked me. I went to pick up oil for this little tiny tractor and it was $400. Given the hydrostatic transmission takes 5 liters of oil, which is a lot. So anyway, we are going to read the manual, which I also hate to do. Don't like reading manuals, and we'll try and do this properly. And hopefully this doesn't take half a day. Automatic transmission fluid, engine filter, another filter, another filter, another filter, funnel, measuring cup, funnel, oil, no big deal, just a few things. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is $500. To get the engine oil drained first. So the engine oil is drained, and had one of those lovely moments when I filmed it all beautifully, crammed the camera in there so that you could all enjoy water flowing out of the engine, and I didn't press play. I bet you every YouTuber has had that same thing happen 5 million times. It was an amazing piece of cinematography that you guys missed out on. So now we're going to get the oil filter. Now one of the problems, another problem I don't like about this Mahindra, it's not many, but there's a few. The dipstick is all the way in here, which means you got to take the whole side of the thing off. So it says check the oil every day, but we won't make it easy for you. So you got to take the whole side plate off, pop the lid, take the side plate off, fiddle your finger all the way in here to get your dipstick out. Like, you don't think you could have just put one right on top of the engine, right here? Easy check. I don't check the oil every day. If it's dripping on the ground, there's a problem. So now the filter is crammed right in beside it. Joy, oh joy. Like, honestly, it's unbelievable. How am I supposed to get this in there without taking all this apparatus off? Like, what the hell? Usually, like, one of the most common things to do on an engine is change the bloody oil. Let's make the filter impossible to get at. Let's do that, because why not? Because these guys probably have a little laugh to themselves in the factory. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. I hate bad inventions. I hate thoughtless things like this. This is so thoughtless. Could have been 50 different places to put this thing. And I have literally no idea. Let's try this, which isn't the way it's supposed to happen. Not supposed to use vice grips. See, you dent it all up, so now I'm gonna have to dent the new one and then put it in there. Brutal. Absolutely. Now the filter's one thing, but the dipstick is really uncalled for. You're supposed to check the oil every single day. I can barely get my hand in there to get the dipstick out. Oh, the devil. Okay, so our oil's all out. I'm gonna put the cap on, get the engine oil done, and then we're gonna move on to the transmission oil, which is gonna be a lot of oil. This is the part I'm really looking forward to. Oh, awesome. Super excited about this part. Threading it on is easy, but tightening it up is going to be a bugger without damaging it. So I got it sort of tight. Actually, I got it tight. I got it tight with vice grips and really maybe just dented it a teeny wee bit, but that's okay. I gotta see if there's another device that, I don't know, I think it's this whole bulky thing that's in the way too, but anyway, bit of a drag. So now we gotta fill it with oil. I've never really used one of these pours before. I've usually just done it all on a wing and a prayer. Oil goes everywhere, so I thought I better start doing things right. Literally got too excited, poured it all in, it's gone everywhere. Fantastic. It's gonna burn off like crazy bad. Oh, the engine was so nice and clean. Man, this is tough to film by yourself, I tell you. Now we're on to the transmission fluid. Looks like beautiful oil. Seems so crazy that I'm replacing. Honor is I have to do it, drain oil in 5 different places. So I have to undo this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy to get all the oil out, plus the filter, in that tight little space. Oh,
hi.
Loving life right now.
At least it's sunny. Sun is shining.
Man, it makes you like just this little hint of how it doesn't look as nice now, does it? Looks like a green sludge. I think this is engine oil mixing with hydraulic oil, different consistencies. Filled this pail completely, and I still got more over there, which means I'm gonna have to buy more because this is the pail I got. Blue sky day. This might be the easiest filter to get to. Why don't they make the engine filter easy to get to? And oh look, my filter remover doesn't fit. Yay! It's one of those days. If in doubt, grab a big crescent. Even this isn't going to be big enough, is it? One. Looks like canola oil. Find a better way to tighten that. Okay, I totally go back on what I said about the few things that I don't like about this tractor. There are a few more, and I'm really frustrated. I had to do a full fluid change on this baby after 50 hours. And the filters, bar one, are impossible to get at, almost impossible. See that? See how loose those are? See how that one's missing? Now, oh my God, that one, all super loose. I'm gonna have to go through this whole setup and check every single nut and bolt. That's shocking. I mean, that's just shocking to me. Unbelievable. Look on this side. These ones are tight, which makes me think this one's loose. Whoever did these, this one's loose, this one's loose, this one's loose. Those weren't torqued up at all. If you ever put this front end loader on, didn't tighten these enough. Which isn't really a Mahindra problem, it's a mechanical problem. Mechanic. Thank you, mechanic. So I had to go back to the store and get a tire arm so I can take the wheel off to get to the filter and get more oil, another $200. This whole project has cost me around $600 so far. Unbelievable. And it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been at this since 10. I got away with not taking the wheel off, but a nightmare to get the little device. I just managed to bend it and squeeze it up in there. Crazy, baffles me. I mean, if you had a hoist and an air gun, I guess taking all these wheels off would be fine. But now I'm finally going to start doing the hydrostatic oil. Pint of beer, anyone? Looks like beer, doesn't it? All those nice bubbles. All day. I don't know what it is about projects like this that make me really wound up. I think I know what it is. It sounds so crazy. You know, if I was driving my car around a city in traffic, having to work, I'd do anything to do what I'm doing now, right? Gotta fill this up 1 sec. In the moment, am I enjoying this? Have I enjoyed this last 3 hours of this? No, not at all, not a second of it. And I think part of the reason, if I'm doing some self-reflection, critiquing, it's because I don't see anything at the end of this. This engine will have all new fluids in it. No one will see any difference. No one will know any different. The tractor will feel better, and it's all good for the longevity of a tractor. But to me, I'm so hardwired to see physical change that that's why I could never be a computer programmer or a cog in a wheel at a big company where I didn't actually see the fruits of my labor. I have a real hard time doing projects that have no physical fruit that shows. And this is one of those projects. And I know it's so crazy because this whole time I could have just been in the moment, enjoying the slow move of the day, rolling with the punches, but instead I got pretty wound up when I couldn't get the filters off and nothing was accessible. And I had to go back to the store and get some more oil and blah, 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 you know. I'm not gonna fake it and tell you I had a great time doing this. I could have had a great time and I missed an opportunity to have a decent time doing it. But I let my I let my whatever get the better of me and got wound up. And just feel agitated, you know, and disappointed in myself a little bit. You know, had I been digging a hole in the ground, I would have felt much more productive because I can see there's a hole in the ground, but this I don't. And so it really, from the moment I started this project, doing this oil change, this massive fluid change, I was agitated. Ah, man, got a ways to go, haven't I? Well, that about does it. It's 4:45 and I ran out of gear oil for the front axle, and I need one of those pump things. If you've ever done like a lower crankcase on an outboard engine, you know what I mean. It like pumps up through a tube. Trying to squeeze in through the bottle does not work. So I got to top that up. I went round and tightened all the bolts. Really worrying to me that these bolts were just like ready. Well, I lost one of them has come off, so I got to keep an eye on those, and I'm gonna have to go pick up a new one and put some better lock nuts on them. So I'm gonna fire this up, make sure the levels are good, and just walk away from this for now. It's been a trying time, a trying day.